Okay, dear students, welcome to the part 2 of the class, that is introduction of the relative clauses. In the previous lecture we learnt about clause and kinds of clause, and in the previous lecture we learned about coordinate clauses. Now in this part we shall come to learn about subordinate clauses. Now this subordinate clause is also called as dependent clause. Why it is called as dependent clause? Because the meaning of this clause is dependent upon another part of the sentence. We may also give another name to this clause, that is dependent clause. Generally, we can say that the meaning of the clause is dependent upon another clause or upon another part of the sentence. The clause, we can generally say that the meaning of the clause is dependent upon another clause. So generally we can say that unless or until we don't add this or another part of the clause, that is the main part of the sentence, the clause does not give us any suitable meaning. For example, if I go to Delhi, here, this part of the sentence, that is if I go to Delhi, the meaning is still incomplete. We do not get any kind of suitable meaning from this sentence. Only it has been said that if I go to Delhi, what should happen next? That has not been depicted in this sentence. Now, if I write the next part of the sentence, it shall simply give us meaning. What shall happen if this action goes on or if this action is carried out? There we can say that if I go to Delhi, I will bring you a watch. Now the meaning of the sentence is complete. This part is called as dependent clause because its meaning is totally dependent upon this part, and this part is called as main clause because the meaning of this part does not depend upon the meaning of this part. It can itself give us a complete meaning. Now, if we go through relative clauses, relative clause is actually a part of subordinate clauses. Relative part is actually part of the subordinate clause. Now let us define what is the relative clause. Relative clause is actually that part of a sentence which consists of a relative pronoun. It is that part of a sentence which consists of a relative pronoun. Now another term takes birth over here, that is relative pronoun. Specifically we are proceeding towards relative clauses. This is our topic. But before going through relative clauses, it is necessary for us to learn relative pronouns. I shall now discuss over here relative pronouns, but before proceeding, I will give you an example of a relative clause. Let us take an example. The lady who spoke in the meeting was very knowledgeable. Here in this sentence, this part of the sentence that begins from who to meeting that is who spoke in the meeting. This part of the sentence consists of a relative pronoun, therefore this part of the sentence is called as a relative clause. And now it is a relative pronoun. Let us first of all go through the relative pronoun. What does the word relative pronoun mean? It is to be learnt. It's a very complex term that needs some sort of explanation. Let us take an example. Let us go through this. Actually, relative pronoun is a pronoun. Simply, we can generally say that it is a pronoun. Pronoun is a word which can be used instead of a noun or another pronoun. Now, if we go through the specific term, that is relative pronoun. What shall be the meaning of this pronoun? Let us go through. It is a word. Generally, pronouns are words. This relative pronoun is also a word, which is used instead of a noun or pronoun. Noun or pronoun. For a preceding noun or pronoun. In such a way as to join two sentences or clauses to make a relative clause. Once again, this relative clause takes birth. If we try to generalize this definition, we can say that a relative pronoun is a word which is used for a preceding noun or pronoun instead of another noun or pronoun in such a way as to join two sentences or clauses. Let us elaborate this term. In this way, relative pronoun, it is a word. It has two functions. Number one, it is used for a preceding noun or pronoun. For a preceding noun or pronoun. Instead of another noun or pronoun. Instead of another noun or pronoun. At the same time, it occurs twice in the sentence. It does two functions in the sentence. In the first instance, when it is used for a preceding noun or pronoun, it means that the noun that is used before a relative pronoun, at that time the noun or pronoun for which a relative pronoun is used, it is called as antecedent. A-N-T-E-C-E-D-E-N-T. It means that it is necessary for us to use an antecedent before using a relative pronoun. And there is one more noun or pronoun instead of which a relative pronoun is used. That is called as shifter. This noun or pronoun instead of which a relative pronoun is used, that is called as shifter. Now two terms are obvious over here. That is antecedent and that is shifter. Simply, in the sentence, if we come to know which noun is antecedent and which noun is shifter, it becomes easy for us to make a relative clause. But before proceeding, it is necessary for us to go through the chart of relative pronouns. Let us first of all, okay, now before proceeding we shall come to learn the chart of relative pronouns, but that shall be discussed in the part 3rd of this class. Okay, so table est.